Welcome, race fans, to ExtremeSpeedwayAction.com's post-race coverage of the All-Star Team Racing event at Perris Raceway in Perris, California. For the second time this 2020 COVID summer, Team USA Speedway Productions promoter Steve Evans was able to run another event, and today's match will be a British-style team racing event featuring some of the best riders on the West Coast, and it's going to be exciting. 16 riders, including our own Wolverhampton Wolves' Brock Nickel and Luke Becker, were separated into two teams, 8 riders a team, and will battle it out in British-style team race format for points. At the end of all heats will be a scratch main for the best rider of the teams to be crowned a champion for the night. Let's go to Chris Ackerman for an introduction of today's event and get into the racing action.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is Crazy Chris, and welcome to Perris Speedway, brought to you by our friends at Law Tigers. We are here, we're doing British-style team racing tonight, but with a twist with our American counterparts. We got two teams battling out tonight, Team Gino and Team Max, and they're going to battle out. Let me give you a little rundown of who's going to be racing for each team. For Team Gino Manzares, of course, Gino Manzares will be heading up to team, but on his team will be on the throttle Austin Alvarado, the legendary Fast Eddie Castro, the little missile Luke Becker, Reese Todd, Khalil Grande, the Rocket Russell Green, and Mike Miller. And making up team Mad Max Rummel, we've got, of course, Max Rummel, his brother Dylan Rummel, the Brock Nickel out here as well, Big Daddy Sebastian Palmisi, the Storm Sarah Courts, Blake Borello, Louis Marisoli, and Rhett and Todd. What a lineup we have for you tonight right here at Perris Raceway. Sunny summer, California, COVID-19 compliant, but we're going to go British tonight. Let's do it.
Let's get into the action. Our first heat of the event will have team captain Max Rummel and Louis Merceroli against Team Gino's Luke Becker and Khalil Grande.
Luke Becker starting us off here. Followed by Mad Max Rummel. Louis Merceroli looks like he's running in the third spot right now in this first one.
Off the start, Becker showed his dominance and stayed in front of Rummel to keep the lead.
Luke Becker in the lead right now. Mad Max Rummel running in second. They're going for their final lap. Louis Merceroli running in third right now. Khalil Grande in the back of the pack. Here we go down the back straightaway. Luke Becker just hold on. Mad Max Rummel on the outside. Luke Becker on the inside. Checker flag comes out. He's going to go to Luke Becker.
And Becker starts off the night with a win. The COVID-19 pandemic has put a lasting dent in speedway racing across the globe. The 2020 British season has been canceled, and here in California, we've been fortunate to hold 2 events. Let's hear from Team USA Speedway Productions promoter Steve Evans.
Hundreds of thousands of businesses now shut down, and people are freaked out, so the cities are getting nothing but noise from people who are worried. So we gave them our blueprint. We waited for to go into stage 3 for outdoor sporting events without crowds to be approved. That got approved. We told them exactly how we're going to do it. They were all for it. And once we knew what the criteria was, we picked the best of those options. There's a bit of speedway. It's not ideal, but we're thrilled with what we're doing. And it's a shame that other places can't run. We wish they could. You know, normally we take the summer off, to be honest, and let the other tracks get on with it and just enjoy the weather, but this year we just wanted to do something because no one else is. But I'd be more than happy for next year to have the summer off again, and it's business as usual, you know.
Thank you, Steve, for all your efforts, and thanks for giving up your summer for USA Speedway Racing. Let's get back to the action. In Heat 2, for Team Max, it was Dylan Rummel and Rhett and Todd on the line. For Team Gino, it was Austin Alvarado and Eddie Castro. Before the tapes could clear, Castro anticipated the start and hit the tape. Expecting to be penalized, he pushed to the 10-yard line. but the referee told him he was disqualified from the heat. And though he was a bit upset, he left for the pits. The replacement for the veteran was young Reese Todd. The two Todd brothers were on the line.
And we finally take off here. 2 wide, going to turn number 1. Dylan Rummel and Austin Navarro go down the back straightaway. Rhett Todd is currently running in 3rd right now. Austin's on the throttle. Here he goes, taking the lead.
Navarro off the wall, pinned it to Ty Rummel into turn 3, and by lap 2 he kept it pinned to get it for the win.
Racing with the Rocket Russell Green. Dylan Rummel, 2018 California State Champion and 2-time Best Pairs Champion. Currently running in 2nd with 1 lap left to go. Reese Todd just moves up into 3rd. Rhett Todd drops down into 4th. Here we go back to the front of the race. Taking the hill, the Austin on the throttle. Navarro with the win. Dylan Rummel finishes 2nd. It's Todd.
Rummel took 2 points, and young Reese Todd got his first. In Heat 3, Team Max had Brock Nickel and Sebastian Palmese on the line. And for Team Gino, it was Gino Manzares and Mike Miller. Gino Manzares down in points, and next to Nickel on the wall, anticipated his start and hit the tape.
Danny Hall is calling for a red. Calling for the red.
Referee called red, but Manzares argued his point and was still allowed to race. But on the 20-yard line, Castro was not happy about it and challenged the call from the gate, even though it was his own teammate. This was going to be an interesting night. At the restart and tape up, with Manzares on the 20-yard line, Nickel made short work of Palmese and Miller to take the lead. But by turn 3, Manzares, running on a zombie bike, meaning a borrowed bike from Russell Green he'd never ridden before, did his best to catch up to Nickel.
17 years old this year from Mission Viejo, California. 2-time 150cc national champion. Gino Manzares has moved up into the 3rd spot right now as he swings around during the final lap, trying to get around Big Daddy Palmese. Mike Miller running in the back of the pack right now. Brock Nickel clearly out in the lead. Gino Manzares trying to get up to the 2nd spot. Brock Nickel will take.
Palmese ran it out to take 2nd, keeping Manzares right behind him at the finish. Gino Manzares showed why he's earned the nickname The Fighter. Heat 4 for Team Max had Sarah Cords and Blake Borello. And for Team Gino, it was Russell Green and Reese Todd. Off to start, Rocket Russell Green took command of the heat. Sarah Cords, the only woman racer, stayed on her teammate Blake Borello for a 2nd and 3rd place and more points for the team.
He's had 5 handicap main event wins at Auburn and came in 3rd in the 2019 U.S. Open.
That's all for the opening heats of the All-Star Team Racing event here at Perris Speedway. We'll be back with more British team-style racing and scores when we return here on ExtremeSpeedwayAction.com.